What's up, y'all? It's your boy Phoenix Sun, bringing you the Pyramid Media Podcast. This is my introduction show, and I want to let you guys know what I have in store for the upcoming episodes. I am an artist and entrepreneur. I'm going to be talking about music, metaphysics, financial literacy, politics, all that you can probably think of. First, I would like to say thank y'all for joining me, because time is a precious thing, and I will do my best to make sure you don't waste it here. I will also be incorporating my story, as I have experienced a lot of spiritual phenomena that is important to speak about, at least I feel it is. As we go forward, I would like to announce that I am no better than any of you. I'm here to inform you about your capabilities through what I've learned, whether it's from ancient texts, my experiences, and the things that I've gained after I applied these lessons to how I live every day. Not all of my lessons have come out of books due to the fact that I have built a reliable relationship with the universe and the God that dwells within all of us. I meditate for at least an hour every day. I carry healing crystals on me everywhere I go. That does not measure someone's state of consciousness, but I'm just letting y'all know where I'm at with it. And we will go a lot deeper into those concepts as time goes on. And it hasn't been the easiest journey, just considering my struggles as a black man, being from the hood, and just one that is trying to do better. It comes with growing pains. But to be all the way real, this podcast isn't even about me. It's about you. It's about us. And any division we perceive is the universe expressing itself in the form of Yin and Yang, which is just fragmented oneness. My question is, do you understand your role? Because these fragments play an important part in the evolution and development of consciousness within the human race. And so do you. Yin and Yang are simply divine feminine and divine masculine energy. We are governed by this energy in all things, as they both equally rely on each other. It's called polarity. Polarity is the quantum relationship from the God source, which creates a progressive cycle that allows all things within the universe to evolve in any aspect of life it is designed to align with. A lot of us mistake polarity for duality because their surface volumes seem to have the same definition. But in reality, the essence of polarity has a much different degree. Though I do not believe that duality should be accepted by the masses without proper research first. It's been proven to be irresponsible for the human race, and here's why. If you just simply research the difference between duality and polarity, here's what comes up. Quote, where duality has a positive and negative that conflict with each other, polarity has a positive and negative that attract each other. Polarity is complementary forces that work together to create balance. Meanwhile, duality is the belief in opposing forces that conflict with each other and create chaos. Unquote. This is exactly why I believe it is irresponsible for the human race to accept duality as a concept. Because opposed to seeing things as always being on the other side, at the end of the day, everything derives from the law of one. Feminine energy and masculine energy directly manifested from the law of one simply becoming more of itself. Everything has a forefather and a foremother. Now that calls for a longer and deeper conversation And we're going to go into that, but figuratively speaking, nothing can possibly ever be created without feminine and masculine energy. Which is why it is important for us to know that when it comes to manifesting things or trying to achieve something, our mind is our only limitation. And it is our duty to guard our mind with our heart, because your mind is not your best friend. It's a tool. It's an intelligence tool. You're able to identify problems with it and solve problems. But one thing it does first is identify a problem. You can't solve a problem without being able to identify one first, which is why you have to let your heart speak for you. Yin and Yang is not the simple idea of good and evil that we've all been programmed to identify it as, because hate wouldn't exist if it weren't made possible by love first. You know, they say God is love and love is God. Well, that's where it is right there. That's where that comes from. Everything is manifested by the law of one. Not that good and evil doesn't exist, but yin and yang is just simply feminine energy and masculine energy. And to understand what's really happening in this lifetime, we have to be able to understand that everything first happens in a world that is unseen. This world is intangible and completely metaphysical. Everything you can possibly think of and experience has this form of polarity that governs how it manifests universally. Period. As above, so below is just balance. It is not separation as we have accepted as the definition of duality. We got it mixed up. Both the yin and yang ascend and descend, corresponding with each other accordingly at all times. It's just how energy works. Nothing rests. Energy only transfers. This is why it is important to find balance in your journey. Over-consuming anything or over-exerting energy into anything and the lack thereof, under-consuming, underdoing, not doing enough of something without the true consideration or regard to cause and effect leads to undesirable results for Mother Earth, scientists, and human beings, all individually, let alone as a whole. Which proves it's unnatural to have no balance, as things already perfectly exist in balance, even our so-called free will. Nature will always find its way if you don't. If you don't get it now, one day you will. If you have an imbalanced life, or if you feel like your life is imbalanced, that just means you have an imbalanced nature. It is not to go pointing the finger at anybody, blaming anybody for anything. It just means you have an imbalanced nature. You have to love yourself and humbly focus on what you have control of and give yourself permission to learn. Without these three things, you will never grow. If you know what you want, go for it. If you don't know what you want, allow yourself to feel your way through life a little more without judging and without taking things personal. Another note, in addition, my father always told me, I love that man, that's my pops right there. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. And that's just the facts. And the universe only responds to your vibration and what you focus on. No harm meant, no fear felt. Thank you for joining my show. Feel free to reach out and suggest topics. I'm open to anything. Until next time, God bless all y'all. Thank you.
I walk the mile you called to ride for. I fuck your gal and knock your mind off. I knock your mind off. Columbine, bottom line, homicide by the line, dog. I'm a lion when I roast. By the mind, so not yours. I climb by the time I can rhyme. I would try hard like trying to wild rock. was my trust. My rap's timeless and on board. Flatline them as home boards to go from so mad hopper to home more. I decode ciphers, we prone for dethrone. He don't like it, we know try us to see.